So, for whatever reason, they haven't been keeping up with their mortgage payments. And there's a lot of people really don't understand how the banking system works. So if you miss your mortgage payment, they think that, oh, I'm just going to pay, I'll get caught up, but I missed one, but I made the next one, I made the next one, I made the next one. So in their mind, they actually think they only missed one payment, but in reality, they've missed 3 payments, because once you miss that first one, if you don't pay that first one before the next one is due, then when you go pay the mortgage payment for the next mortgage, you actually aren't paying the current mortgage payment, you're paying the back mortgage payments, which means that you've missed a second payment, and then it happens again for the third payment. So people can, once they start missing payments, they can get into a foreclosure situation fairly easy. So these are challenges that homeowners have. So remember, we're thinking about the challenges, the pains, fears, frustrations that homeowners have before we get into actually writing any copy or writing any ads, because we need to understand, get into the mind of these homeowners. And another reason is maybe they received a statement of claim, they're in a foreclosure. Like I said, they're going through that foreclosure process. I put here that they lost a job, and just checking to see if anyone else has any challenges that they can think of right off the top of your head. If you think of some homeowner challenges that they may be faced with right now, because we're talking about marketing, creating some ads to attract these motivated homeowners. To understand why they're motivated, we need to get into their mindset. So basically, I've come up with a few different scenarios as to why they may feel some pain or frustration, So because this is important when we're crafting our message. All right, so I don't see anything right now, so I'm just go back to the copywriting. So the second thing is we need to determine the desired outcomes. So we need to determine what the desired outcome is of the ideal target market, and what some of the benefits they would receive from using your service or contacting you directly. So first, let's take a look at the people's challenges, and then their pains, fears, frustrations, ambitions, and have them move forward and discuss some of the desired outcomes. From there, we're going to need to determine how your solution will benefit them. So that may be best based on whatever exit strategy you're actually going to use. Chris Miller asks, how are you finding these motivated sellers, John? So Chris, what I'm doing is, so you're either doing online or offline marketing. And when it comes to your marketing, you need to have effective copy, which is I'm going through right now. So from the effective copy, you can create ads, you can create marketing materials, you can create letters, flyers, use this copy on your websites, and then you either need to go directly to where the homeowner is. So meaning that you need to do a flyer campaign or letter campaign, or you need to market on online somehow, either through paid advertising or free classified sites like Kijiji, and it's using this copy that's going to attract the motivated homeowners to get them to take action. So hopefully that helped you out a little bit. But what we're talking about right now is creating that ads that you can use in all those different mediums to attract the motivated homeowner. So we have their pains, fears, frustration, ambition. Now we have to determine what is the ideal outcome or the desired outcome for the homeowner. So the challenge we have is the home is not selling. That's one of the challenges. So the desired outcome is to sell the home quickly. Because if you think about it, their home is not selling. It's been sitting on the market for quite some time. And the desired outcome, or what the homeowner is thinking, is, I just need to sell my home and I need to sell it quickly. So they're thinking that is their desired outcome. That is what they want. Sell their home quickly. Now, you can dig a little bit deeper. Their home isn't selling. Well, some people have the ability to carry that home. They have the financial ability to carry that home. So selling it quickly may not be an issue. So you may have to dig a little bit deeper other than just the home is not selling. But if they're in a distressed situation, meaning they've lost their job or they just can't afford it anymore, or they have some other bills that have causing them, to be house poor, and they just want to downsize, or whatever the situation, they really can't afford it, then they need to sell it quickly. But the desired outcome of a home is not selling is basically selling the home. So the homeowner wants to sell the home. The quickness is going to really depend upon their financial ability to carry the property for any length of time. Now we're going to move to the next one. The challenge was it needs to be fixed up, and they can't afford to do so before selling. So the desired outcome is either sell the house in its current state without spending any money to fix it up. So basically selling it as is really their desired outcome, or for them to have the money to fix it up and then turn around and sell it. So what's more likely is the first one, where they sell the house in its current as-is condition. So where they don't actually have to spend the money to fix it up. The next challenge is they can't afford to sell their home. Remember, the price didn't go up enough, or the mortgage payment didn't go down fast enough, so that when they're listing it on today's value price, when there's some negotiation, then you pay realtor fees, then they're not even walking away with their down payment. So really, in most owners' minds, they can't really afford to sell it, because they're not going to walk away with the cash that they put in just for the down payment. So there's not enough equity, there's payout penalties, or maybe the realtor fees, all that stuff comes into play. So what is the desired outcome of these people? So their desired outcome is to sell the home and walk away with the money that they've invested in it, or walk away with at least their down payment, or sell the home without paying realtor fees or payout penalties. So again, the desired outcome is they want to sell the home and they want to make some money, but they have these other challenges where either the market hasn't gone up enough. So for people that can't afford to sell their home today, that's the challenge that they have because of the financial, the money situation. They're either going to lose money, or they're not going to make as much money as they need to make to move on. So some of the desired outcome is being able to sell the home and recover their initial down payment. That is one of the desired outcomes. Or having enough money to move on to the next phase of their life is a desired outcome. Selling their home and moving on to the next phase of their life. So those are things that are actually desired outcomes for these people that actually have those challenges. Now the next one is they don't want to pay realtor fees. So their desired outcome is to sell without paying a realtor, or sell without paying commissions, because it's really about paying the commissions. So their desired outcome is they want to actually sell the home without paying a realtor. So their challenge is they don't want to pay a realtor, or they can't afford to pay a realtor. So their desired outcome is being able to sell the home without the use of the realtor. Okay. So the next one is they have huge payout penalties. So the desired outcome. So these individuals know that because they're going to break the term of their mortgage, that they're going to be forced with huge payout penalties. So what I've found is very effective is, and these are for people that actually have to leave their home. They can't afford their home, or they're relocating. There's some reason why they just can't stay in their home for the duration of the term. And what I found that's very effective is they rent their home for remaining term, then sell. So here they're going to avoid paying those payout penalties of the mortgage because they're going to rent their home and then to somebody who's going to buy it. So typically the way I like to structure it is they rent their home for the remaining term, then sell. So the way that I usually approach that is, so their desired outcome is, but a lot of times they don't want to be the landlord. So that's one of the that's another challenge that's sort of embedded in there. So what I like to do is, I market to their desired outcome, and that is somebody who's going to rent their home and then buy it at the end of the term and be responsible for all the repairs and maintenance up to a certain amount of money, look after the management, that sort of thing. So basically eliminating a lot of the fears that they have about being a landlord into this as well. So the challenge is they have huge payout penalties. Desired outcome is to have somebody in the home until their mortgage comes due and then have them buy the home. So that is their desired outcome. Or have somebody, a desired outcome is somebody to buy the home and pay the mortgage payout, or to take over the mortgage, to assume the mortgage, to pay them an amount of money up front, assume the mortgage, and then they're not faced with those payout penalties. Mortgage assumption is getting much more complicated and much harder than it used to be. The banks still want people to qualify for mortgage assumptions, still have put cash down. So if you're a homeowner and you're trying to find somebody to assume your mortgage, pay you cash to assume your mortgage, then the bank is going to want more cash for that mortgage assumption from the buyer. So the mortgage assumption may not be the best route to as the desired outcome. But the desired outcome is basically the person needs to get out of the home and they want to do so without losing a large chunk of money.